Aloha Aquarius friends, and welcome to your first week of June tarot reading. I am so glad that you're here. Before we dive in, let's go over just a couple of things. Use the promo code SUMMER15 at themagicsiren.com to get 15% off all personal readings this month of June, both emailed readings and live sessions. Over on Patreon, we have some magical things coming in for you this first week of June. We have some guided rituals, bonus readings, and so much more. If you want extra content and exclusive forecast, you'll find all the details down below. The decks that I'm using today are also linked below in case you are curious or you want to check them out for yourself. And of course, if this reading resonates, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a message or a reading. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right in and see what's happening here, Aquarius, for the first week of June. What do we need to know? We're asking Universe, Spirit, and Tarot to bring forth 3 cards. We have a card balancing here. Let's go ahead and grab that. We have the Ace of Swords in reversal. Let's go ahead and get 2 more cards here. We have the Moon and 1 more card. Let's ask Spirit and Tarot for 1 more card for Aquarius. What else does Aquarius friends need to know this first week of June? Any insight, guidance, messages, insight? Oh, there we go. All right. Very nice energies this week. Let's go ahead and kind of dive right in. We have that Ace of Swords in reversal. We have the Moon card, and then we have the Queen of Swords. We have your Elemental Queen coming out. I love that. We will clarify all this with another tarot deck, but let's kind of go ahead and talk about these first. So we have that Ace of Swords coming out in the reversal. Now, the Ace of Swords in the upright, it does represent these new opportunities for communications. These are these sort of new ideas, the analytics of life. When you see this sort of cloud with a hand coming out of it, it does represent that's universe's hand, handing you some sort of tool. You could be handed some sort of new opportunity when it comes to speaking your truth, or maybe some new ideas. The thing is that there's some sort of small obstacle or challenge that might be preventing us from seeing this tool, from seeing this opportunity. When we see reversals come out in a tarot reading, it can represent a challenge or an obstacle that is preventing this energy from showing in the upright. So we'll have to clarify and kind of see what that is. But there is that sort of warning there from your spirit team and your universe saying, hey, Aquarius, keep your eyes out, because there's going to be an opportunity here for you to speak your truth, communicate something, maybe come up with a new plan, something of that nature. Now, maybe all of this is happening after the energy of the Moon this week. The Moon comes out and shines light on things that are happening behind the scenes, okay? So there might be some things behind the scenes that we need to kind of turn around and look at. This could be something that is happening within your job that maybe you didn't know was happening. Maybe there's something happening in a relationship behind the scenes that we didn't really know about. Maybe there's just some sort of logistics that we need to learn about, maybe for our own business or whatever the case is, okay? Allow yourself to be open to seeing all the different perspectives and looking a little bit lower than just surface level this week. The Moon is going to come out and shine the light on things. This could also mean that maybe there are some sort of secrets or unknown knowledge that is coming to the surface for you this week. So maybe after you learn this new piece of knowledge, maybe this secret that kind of comes out, whatever it is, that's when we sort of get this opportunity to speak our truth, which would make a lot of sense because we do have the Queen of Swords there. But it could also kind of give us the seeds or that initiative to come out with a new idea moving forward. The Queen of Swords is here. This is your Elemental Queen because you are that air sign. This is the Queen of Air, and she's the Queen of Communications. Okay, so when we talk about the air element in the tarot deck, it's all about analytics. It's how we communicate things. It's how we think about things, how we execute plans. A lot of the times, too, the Queen of Swords is this sort of queen of, I'm using my power to direct what's going to happen. So for those of you that feel like you need to call your power back this week, maybe after learning a secret or learning some sort of new information, definitely don't be afraid to call your power back this week. But this could also mean that we are being asked to use our voice in moments of authenticity. So don't be afraid to also speak your truth this week, especially if there's some sort of secret coming to the surface. One other thing to make note of about the Queen of Swords is she uses her divine feminine powerhouse energy to speak her dreams into existence, okay? So using positive words of affirmation or manifestations through affirmations this week will be very beneficial for you, Aquarius. I do want to go ahead and clarify. Let's go ahead and get some deeper messages here, kind of skimming deeper than the surface. We do have the Chariot. It ended up falling in the upright. Love that. We have the 10 of Swords in reversal. For some of you, that moon energy might be bringing out some sort of information that finally allows you to end some sort of chapter that's maybe been draining you mentally and emotionally. And then we have the 4 of Wands in reversal as well. So let's go ahead and talk about these. Both of these reversals here. And I'm so sorry if that was really loud in the background. I'm going to try and edit that noise out. But if it's still there, sorry about that. Let's continue on. So we do have this Chariot. The Chariot represents moving forward. We are moving forward towards victory and success, okay? You can see that the Chariot has a lot of yellow in the background. The yellow does represent growth. So for a lot of you, whatever this chapter is that maybe, you see that you have the Ace and the 10, both of Swords here. So more than likely, there's going to be something that does come to the surface this week, Aquarius, that helps you end one chapter and start a new one. The nice thing is that whatever this old chapter was that we're ending, there was a lot of growth there. There was a lot of this energy of you kind of evolving into this new version of you. And this new version of you is very much headstrong and understands what you want. And so I think that this previous season or this previous chapter of your life was absolutely necessary in order for you to be able to get to this place now. The Chariot is coming in. More than likely, this might happen towards the end of this first week, okay? So going into the second half of the week, and that Chariot it's going to kind of come in, scoop you up and say, okay, are you ready to start moving forward? Because your Chariot awaits to take you to victory and success. We do the 10 of Swords here. That Moon card says that there is some sort of secret. There's some sort of unknown piece of information. The light is being shined on something that you didn't know about. Whatever that piece of information is, it is going to help you end whatever the sort of sticky situation was in the past. A lot of the times, the 10 of Swords in the upright, it really does feel like a betrayal. And maybe there was a betrayal that you found about a long time ago, and we're learning extra pieces of information about that now this first week of June. But either way, whatever this sort of moon energy is, there is going to be this official sort of ending for you, and it's going to be freeing. Another thing to note about this 10 of Swords in reversal with that moon is listening to your intuition, okay? If your intuition is telling you that somebody wasn't necessarily honest with you, I think this is for someone specific that's watching. Let me know in the comments. Definitely listen to your intuitive message there, okay? That Queen of Swords with the moon together is very much intuitive guide. Don't be afraid to listen to that, okay? The 4 of Wands in reversal, there is one thing here, and there was another sign that had this earlier this week. I don't remember exactly. It was an earth sign, though. There was an earth sign, maybe you have earth in your chart as well, that also got this, but they had it in the upright. There is this need for you to recognize how far you've come, okay? Definitely allow yourself to celebrate and recognize how far you've come in the last couple of months, maybe even since this chapter or whatever this was started, okay? You're ending this now when you are going into this sort of new chapter of your life. And this new chapter of your life, you're showing up much more efficient, much more in this place of evolved version of you. And so there is this need for you to take a step back and maybe see just how far you've come. When you go to do that, you'll be able to kind of see that there might be a better plan when it comes to setting your foundation for this next upcoming chapter. And again, there's a lot of this air energy coming in for you this week. I think that air energy is going to help you build a solid foundation moving forward, especially with that Chariot. Really nice energies there. I want to go ahead and kind of see what's happening in terms of emotions for this first week of June for you, Aquarius. Now, this is all emotional relationships, whether it's our relationship to self, romantic partnerships, friendships, relationships with coworkers, family, whatever it is, just any sort of emotional back and forth, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's kind of coming in terms of emotions for Aquarius. We're asking universe and spirit. This card wanted to come out here, so we will take it. It's balancing act. We have a honeymoon energy. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is also the energy of just enjoying your time this week, okay? I do kind of feel like sometimes when we see this moon energy coming out and we have a Chariot, yes, there might be some new pieces of information that come to the surface that we didn't know about. However, these new pieces of information are freeing you from whatever this previous situation was in your life. Because you're being freed from whatever this is, the Chariot's swooping in and saying, okay, let's move on to the next chapter of our life. This next chapter of our life is going to be full of joy, growth, warmth, success. So let's go ahead and enjoy the ride, okay? Nice messages across the board for you, Aquarius. Quick little summary here. There are going to be new opportunities for for new communications or new ideas this week. There will be the new opportunities that come with pieces of information that come to the surface. Could be secrets or otherwise. When we learn these things, we will ultimately be freed of a emotionally difficult or emotionally sticky situation that we were in. The Chariot comes out and starts to move us towards this new chapter. There will be this need for us to potentially call our power back, but don't be afraid to speak your truth, be authentic, and take some time to see just how far you've come and just how far your truth has really evolved. Nice messages across the board. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you were able to find some clarity and guidance with it. If you would like a personal reading with me, head over to themagicsiren.com. Otherwise, I'll see you again in a few days for another reading. Aloha.